Last week on Sailing Adrift, we started the demo for the salon.
It's pretty satisfying. You want to do some of this?
And in doing so, we ran into a bunch of this weird black stuff.
And it turns out this is bear shit. That's what they call it. Basically, it's polyester resin mixed with asbestos. Haha, good.
So we proceeded with caution, wore our masks, and started chipping away at what we could. We ended the day by hosing everything down to abate the debris. And now we're here.
So the saga continues. So we sanded yesterday and hosed it all down. It's not 100% done because the grinder won't get up to these tires, so I think we can get these with a minimal bit of mess.
I spent the first part of the day sucking up all the dust and debris that landed in the V-Berth. This is a cozy little space with lots of nooks and crannies, so it took a while to get it all. Meanwhile, Chris spent some time picking up all the moldy shrapnel and soggy dust bunnies.
It reminds me of pictures you see of people's houses after a fire, where it's all wet and ashy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did some of that too.
We just need to get this thing cleaned up now. So I got this cool, potentially cool, little toy. This is a drill operated pump. So I'm just gonna stick it down in the bilge in all the areas the water's collected. Hook it to this on the other side. Try to suck up all that nasty water. But until that water's gone and everything's wiped down,
We should be wearing our masks. Ready?
Ready.
Get used to disappointment. Okay.
Since that fancy doodad didn't work, we borrowed a sump pump. But that didn't work super great either. We were trying to avoid using our shop vac for this disgusting and toxic endeavor, but we broke down and strapped on that mesh filter. I want you by my side so that I'll never feel alone again. They've always been so kind, but now they brought you away from here. I hope they didn't get your mind. Your heart is too strong anyway. I want you, we can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it, dance along to the boogie all night long. Stoned in paradise, shouldn't talk about it.
there's more water in these little cubbies and a mess.
We then realized the water had also been accumulating deeper into the bilge, beneath the engine room, along with some other hidden treasures.
All done.
Done. We just spent 4.5 hours cleaning a room.
Did we really?
I think so.
We recently found out in the demo for our salon behind me here, boats,
Are like onions.
they have layers.
Onions have layers. You get it.
And this onion has a layer that's been slightly compromised.
We both have layers.
When we took off the first layer, which was basically the ugly wall sheathing that you saw before, we discovered that that sheathing was actually being attached with screws and nails, which left a series of tiny small holes that now we need to repair because water has been leaking into these holes and has compromised the core, which is another layer. So here's how we're dealing with that. We are expanding the hole just a little bit to get into the core and then drilling out as much of the core as we can, all the rotted stuff. Get in there with this tiny little hooky deal bob. And then we'll go back through and plug everything with a little plug of epoxy. And that should keep all the water out and really shore up the core and make it good and strong and solid again. We can only hope. So last night I came out here and Chris and I drilled out a bunch of the holes. Some of the holes were really bad. Some of the holes were not so bad. Did we find rot? Yes. Did we go all the way through the wall? Yes. Yeah. Well, it was like soft as
Oh, well then what, like, I'm just trying to help you not do it again.
and I think that happened probably twice. Now it's time to get in there and start grinding out the core and getting all the bad stuff out, all the rotted stuff. Here we go. So like that one, not so bad. All that material in there, pretty fresh. But some of them, all right, let's pick a good one. This one is a little dark and a little scary. See all that rot? That's pretty gross. And then once in a while, you get really aggressive and you bend your hook, which has happened to me 3 times now.
8 hours later.
You bent it. Got it. There you go.
Thanks.
Try not to bend it this time, Kelly. There you go. Real boat work. Boat workout. Oh, it's a deep burn.
Last week, we discussed this plan.
In the front of the boat, in the V-Berth, there's rot at the top of the bulkhead that separates it from the chain locker. So I'm going to cut out all the rot, get it down to a nice spot, and then resurface it, perhaps even make a pass-through to that.
Okay.
This week, we're making that plan a reality.
What we want to do is snap the chalk line from where it exists. It doesn't have to be exact. Let me know when you're ready. Hold tight because I'll pull on it. There! Pretty! It matches.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. It's right below all this rot. I dug it down until I was getting good wood up here. So we'll just cut it and take it out. And then we'll just do a glassed butt joint here. And then we'll waterproof the other side. And then on this side, we'll build out a little cabinet that should correlate with up here. All right, so that's the next step, but we're gonna have to do that tomorrow because my saw is dead. And then we have to cut out all of this stuff too to get it ready for the chain locker. I would like to cut out this hose. That's the water deck fill. Since we're gonna be in there, it's kind of a gross hose and it's a drinking water, so we might as well replace it. And then I gotta build up the water tank. So that'll be cool. All right, that's it for tonight. Back at it, cutting some crap out tomorrow. Ooh. Okay, I cut along the top of these shelves, which is easy. Now the tough part is this line. And we'll get all this nasty wood out. Other side and kind of cut out the edges. I'll do that from the chain locker.
There you go. Ready. I was ready for a big explosion.
Me too, but I didn't want to damage those shelves.
Oh, that's a good point.
Why must we destroy everything, Kelly? Look at this V-Berth. There's one side.
That was satisfying.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm glad. God.
It's so open and spacious in here now.
Yes, we've really brightened the place up.
Yep. That's what we do.
Okay, we got one more demo task to do. And put out this frame for the new way we're gonna do the chain. So, more demo. There you go.
Thanks.
It's a piece of a boat. The other thing we need to do is cut out this water pipe. I've already asked the hive mind on the NAUTICAT forums, but if anyone knows what this is for, that would be awesome. Please, please, please comment.
This spike in the ground?
Yeah, basically it's threaded, and it used to have a wire coming out of it, but it was really, really brittle, and it broke off. Some of the things I've heard is that it could be a grounding plate, probably not for the whole boat, but for the old SSB radio. I would love it if it was a grounding plate for the whole boat, but I really don't think that's the case. It doesn't seem beastie enough, and it's in an odd spot. Right now we have the whole boat grounded to our engine, and I'm sure that's an okay solution, but it doesn't seem like the best solution. So let me know what you think.
Hey you, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw and you want to keep following along, become a subscriber. Just hit that subscribe button below. Hard to avoid your butt.
I hear that all the time when you've got a juicy ace like I do. It's hard to keep it out of the shot.
My cinematography is on point though.
Oh, bummer.